back. Stream 4? Policenauts? Finally starting Act 3. Drug. Jonathan searches for Kenzo Hojo at the request of his ex-wife Lorraine. Seems his work with K9 got him involved in something much bigger. Having learned the truth behind K9 from Ishida, Jonathan and Ed encounter the biker again. They get in a car chase followed by a shootout on the linear rail. Is Redwood the biker? What happened to Dave's body? Jonathan and Ed have new mysteries to solve. Alone. I don't think I'm going to be finishing this today, but because I looked in the start of a guide to show how many acts there are. I think there's 7, but these next few acts I think are pretty short in comparison to the first 2, so we'll see how it goes. Do a little scooting.
Bakamon! 君らは何様のつもりだ。数々の命令、規則違反、ポリスカーの破損、公共施設の破壊、器物破損、ビヨンド内での銃撃。一般市民18人が巻き添えを食って重軽傷を負っている。朝からひっきりなしに抗議の電話が鳴りやまない。BCP の機能がパンクしそうだ。エド、分かってるのか？この件は AP に任せろ。彼らのやり方がお前たちに合わんのは分かる。だがな、我々の時代は終わったんだ。次の世代の連中に任せてやれ。いいか、エド。お前はもう若くはないんだ。いつまでも逆らってる年でもあるまい。頭を冷やせ。もう少しでコロニーに穴が開くところだったんだぞ。
デイブには風穴が開いちまったぜ。
ジョナサン、君はもうポリスノーツでもなければ BCP でもビヨンズでもないんだ。過去にポリスノーツであったとしてもそれは昔の話だ。君はここでは観光客なんだ。ロレインのことでは君に同情はしている。しかしこの件は別だ。ジョナサン、これ以上君をかばいきれん。昔のよしみで甘くしてきたが、どうやら私の間違いだったようだ。今後ビヨンド内での銃の所持は禁じる。帰るまで BCP で預かる。
本部長、あの場合ジョナサンの発砲は。
エド、まだ自分の立場が分かっていないようだな。いいか、あと3年で十分な年金が下りる。めでたく定年だ。デカ人生に傷をつけることなく。エド、おとなしくしてるんだ。今度何か起こすともう私の権限では抑えきれん。君は30年間のデカ人生とポリスノーツの栄光を棒に振ることになるぞ。相手はあの徳川なんだ。
徳川のやり口ならよく知ってる。奴は間違いなく黒だ。
ジョナサン、分かってくれ。彼らと正面から戦うにはそれなりの勝算が必要なんだ。奴を追い込めるだけの証拠がなければ今の状況では君らに協力はできん。
ゲイツ、デイブがやられたんだぞ。あんたの部下だろう。
君らの腹立ちはわかる。だが私の立場も分かってくれ。上からの圧力も相当なものになってきているんだ。
立場がどうのこうの言ってる場合か。あんたの可愛い部下に裏切り者がいる。
またその話か。徳川のことならいざ知らず同じ仲間を疑うのはよせ。 とにかくエド、命令だ。しばらく休養を取れ。家に帰って家族サービスでもしてやれ。ジョナサン、つまらんことを考えずにゆっくり観光を楽しめ。北条の件に関しては AP で捜査させる。何か分かったら報告しよう。いいな、二人とも。ジョナサン、命令に従わない場合はホームへ送り返すぞ。
証拠があればいいのか？あんたの首が飛ばないくらいの。
うん。証拠がつかめればな。だが勘違いをして勝手なことはするなよ。エド、明日までに納得のいく報告書を提出しろ。処分はそれからだ。以上。
Okay. So yeah, this is the very start of Act 3. I don't know if I trust Gates. I loved Ed's O face for half of that conversation. Hold on one second here. Just thinking like the DPI on the mouse is... Hold on. Wait. Oh! What? So that was all mouse. Before I had mentioned I couldn't find a way to link up all the there we go. Couldn't find a way to link up the start button to the mouse. Like I guess it just started working. Could have sworn I tested out all the buttons before. Anyway, that's a nice surprise. Do everything now from the mouse. Game really is meant to be played with the mouse. The D-pad is just, you're hurting yourself. Yikes, see that vein? Never seen that before. More excuses to rattle off. What's that look for? Not that. Hey, Gates?
まだ話があるのか。さっさと行きたまえ。
待ってくれ、ケイツ。質問ぐらいはいいだろ？
もう面倒を起こさないと約束するか？
約束する。
おとなしくするか？
する。
誓うか？
誓う。今日のところは。
相変わらずだな、ジョナサン。お前とは取引など通用せんか。で、何が知りたい？
Ask about everything. Long list? No. AMM. There should be the body of somebody connected to that biker inside AMM. The report only mentions Ishida's body. That's impossible. We shot a guy in the spacesuit in the moon center. There have to be bullets, blood, and fingerprints all over the place. Not to mention the bike. I didn't get any reports of that. Yeah, he's got to be in on it. Crime scene evidence. Oh, there's all sorts of this stuff. I got into several gunfights with them. There should be bullets from their guns lodged in the walls at AMM, and the linear rail station, not to mention the train. There were, but with lift guns it's impossible to identify the gun from the bullet. Really? I guess it's how it works. Like, I think the lift guns it was described as, it doesn't have, I don't think it has like a rifled barrel. I think it's like a projectile and as soon as it comes out of the gun's barrel, it's like a little rocket. What about the riflings? So you know the moment a bullet leaves the barrel of the lift gun, second explosion occurs and that's what propels it. Gun doesn't leave a rifling mark on the bullet. That's why this kind of gun is so popular among criminals. You'd figure in like this advanced world though, they would have some kind of identifier on each of the bullets. Like something, so you could always identify who's firing. What about fingerprints? It's a museum, for Christ's sake. It's thousands of visitors a day. It'd be a nightmare trying to extract fingerprints for forensic purposes. What about the bike that was used? Turns out it was stolen. The bike matches one in a stolen vehicle report filed by someone in OLA. Looks like it was smuggled here from home, but we didn't obtain anything from it that might lead us to the perpetrator, unfortunately. What about blood? The blood from that guy killed should be there. As I mentioned, apparently the only blood they found belongs to Ishida. What about blood on the linear rail platforms and the train? I haven't heard anything about that. There was blood all over the place, that white blood. Seems like the blood we collected is all there is. What blood was that? Oh, he doesn't know. Blood from the biker we collected at the scene. It appeared to have come from him after he was shot. I'd suggest we have AP analyze that, but our hands are full at the moment. Guess you'll just have to get Victor to do it for you. We will. Mosquitoes. Where did the mosquitoes at AMM come from? You figure out anything from the serial numbers? Mosquitoes which had collected around Ishida had originally been sent back to Tokugawa Heavy Industries from BCCH and various other hospitals on the colony because of malfunctions in their control circuits. However, Tokugawa are insisting they never received them. They say the whole thing was a slip-up on their side. They plan on conducting an inquiry to determine who was responsible. That's it? Even that by itself is causing an uproar. So there's nothing. Not one single piece of evidence. That's just wonderful. Whatever happened to working a crime scene gates? Tokugawa are essentially the owner and operator of AMM. That's what they told us there. We can't inspect the crime scene until they give us permission. It's the way it works here. Tokugawa's goons might be tampering with evidence. I honestly don't think they'd do something like that, but they could if they wanted. God damn it. They're clever, they're thorough, and they've got the finances. This is their territory. Make a mistake and they'll make you pay for it. I haven't heard about any other evidence. If I do, I'll pass it on. Debut. What's happening about Dave? According to the report, when AP arrived on the scene, Dave's body was nowhere in sight. You're certain he died, are you? The whole thing's bizarre. It's not like he could just get up and walk away by himself, if he is indeed dead. So we don't even have his body? We've asked all emergency rooms of the colony to contact us if he appears. What was Meryl doing? What's going on with Ishida? AP are handling the Ishida murder. He was a Tokugawa employee. We have to deal with this carefully. The fact that you two were at the scene doesn't do you any favors. Can't understand why his killer felt the need to go through such lengths. Hopefully the autopsy will shed some light. Go talk to Victor. He might be able to offer some insight. Let AP handle the Ishida case. If Tokugawa found out you were poking around the about Ishida, they'd go berserk. Given everything which happened at AMM, cause any more trouble, and there's no telling what Tokugawa might do. Right before Dave died, he told us Redwood was the biker. I saw that guy's eyes myself. I swear to you it was him. Redwood is an exemplary member of this unit. Can't imagine him being involved in something like that. So where's Redwood? He's away on assignment. I sent him to collect new EMPS systems chips from Tokugawa Heavy Industries earlier today. I'll question him when he returns. I'll do some digging myself and see what I come up with. About the bomb in the bag store. Only someone with some serious training could have created something like that. Yeah, and as it happens, Redwood showed us one just like it the day I got here. Well, we didn't come across anything uncommon when we cross-referenced the bomb's components with our list of known explosives. I sincerely hope Redwood wasn't involved. Hope all you like. We're looking into former APs and military personnel as we speak. If it's a Frozner, it won't take long to track the bugger down. Okay, Hojo photo. I don't see any point wasting any more time on this man than you already have. Ugh, I got nose hairs. Old man nose hairs bugging me. Oh yeah, we got the blood sample. We collected this at the scene yesterday. Any thoughts? One thing's for sure. It does resemble the artificial blood APs use. Have Victor analyze it for you. Should be able to find out if it belongs to Redwood. Go have Victor check it out.
いいな、二人とも。徳川を踏んじばれるような証拠がない限り、下手な考えは起こすなよ。
わかりました。
実を言うと、徳川の AP 買収の噂はあるにはある。しかしだ、私の目が届く限り、徳川の思い通りにはさせん。レッドウッドの件ははっきりするまで内密にな。
Okay. I hope Victor's not an asshole. Like,
一暴れしたらしいな。わしはすっきりしたぞ。この BCP に来てから数年ぶりじゃ、こういうのは。
はしゃいでもらっては困る。うちの部下が一人殉職した。
そうか。じゃが、あんたらの取った行動はデカとして正しい。
ありがとう、ビクトル。
落ち込みなさんな。
yeah, like I hope he's not working with Tokugawa and Redwood and whoever. Doctor, hit me with it. Did you know Dave's body has disappeared? Really? Hadn't heard anything about it. Can't believe Dave's dead. I didn't know him that well, but he was a nice kid. He always liked listening to me talk about home. He was good company for someone like me. What a shame. So young. Dave liked you too, Victor. Victor, I shot the guy over a dozen times and he still didn't go down. Is that even possible? Shot him with what? My recoil? You use hollow points? No, armor piercing. They exit the body. They're not like dum-dums. Well, if he's a heavy narc user, it's possible. And if he's using artificial blood, it wouldn't surprise me at all. You don't have to worry about blood loss if you're using artificial blood. But if you hit him with a number of rounds in one or more of his vitals, he'd be in some serious trouble. We have a sample of the guy's blood. Let me see it. In a bit? Suppose Redwood is the biker. If he is, he'd be in pretty bad shape right now. He may be a Frozner, but he's still flesh and blood. Might even be dead. Yeah, I wonder if Redwood saw Gates, like after he got shot up, and then Gates is just covering up for him, saying that he's out on assignment. He tried checking all the hospitals to see if he's at one of them? Show me the blood sample you got. I'll analyze it for you. Should know pretty soon if it's actually redwood. Ishida's autopsy. Tell us about the results of Ishida's autopsy. Actually, BCCH's pathology department will be performing Ishida's medical examination. BCCH? Why? That's the way it's been the past few years. I don't agree with it myself, but it has to do with removing and preserving organs for transplants. The results of all autopsies BCCH does are sent to AP. They won't let me touch them. It is unusual for them to do the autopsy, even in cases like this, but they insisted. Might be to do with Tokugawa, so we've got absolutely nothing right now. Well, I did see some VREs of the crime scene. I shot and killed this guy at AMM who attacked us. Did you hear anything about that? No, first I've heard. Maybe he was sent to BCCH like Ishida. Did you learn anything from the crime scene VREs? It's hard to say from just the VREs, but the amount of blood I saw. I'd say Ishida's head was cut off after he was already dead. I don't think the mosquitoes are what killed him. He wasn't killed at AMM either. It's kind of strange, but it looked like Ishida put almost no fight at all when he was killed. Why do you say that? His body was too clean. Normally when someone is killed like that, you see clues on the body that point to homicide, defense wounds like subcutaneous bleeding. Didn't look like he died instantly either. I won't be able to tell you the exact cause of death unless I can perform an autopsy on him myself before any discoloration of the body takes place. There's almost no doubt in my mind Ishida was killed somewhere else and taken to AMM afterward. Who's in charge of a person's body here when they die? Beyond doesn't have a medical examiner like most big cities on home. They've got it that way for the sake of organ transplants. Bodies are usually sent to transplant hospitals like BCCH for any post-mortem examinations that are required. If you wait too long to extract the organs, after the examination they spoil. As a forensic pathologist, I'm not exactly happy with that, but we are dealing with a severe organ shortage. Those autopsy preservation laws you find in places on home simply can't be applied here. The use of artificial organs is still a long way down the road. Until then, medico-legal death investigations will always take a backseat to securing organs. The use of artificial organs is still a long way down the road. How much longer are we from using artificial organs among the general public? They're using AP to look into the possibility, but the results aren't very promising. It seems it'll be too expensive and require a number of special facilities. It won't be happening anytime soon. That's what Chris was saying. Sure, modern medical science has given us good antithrombic drugs and whatnot, but there's still a mountain of problems to overcome before we can talk about applying those to artificial organs. Okay.
ビクトル、あんたを俺たちの味方として頼みがある。この人工血液を内緒で調べてほしい。
さっき言った星のものか？
そうだ。デイブをやったあの男の。
なるほど。これを調べれば犯人は限定できる。
限定？人物は特定できないのか？
わかるのは人工血液の型、製造業者、製造バージョンだけじゃが、それで十分じゃ。こんな第一世代のもんを使っとるのは AP か軍かのどちらかじゃ。AP のものであれば透析機と輸血データを照合すれば犯人は絞れるわい。もともと酸素濃度が低いところでの作業用に作られたもんじゃ。通常よりも酸素運搬効率がいいようにな。あの人工血液は常人の人肺機能では無理じゃ。
頼んだぞ。
少し時間がかかるがいいかな。 わしもあいつら AP は好かん。年寄りをバカにしよって。それにあのカプセルの一件もあるしな。任せろ。今度は奴に内緒じゃ。
Okay. Are we... How you doing there, Gorby? Sometimes I'm glad he can't talk. Probably wouldn't shut up. Oh man, are we gonna come back later and find Victor dead? Well, Vice is probably pretty sad now. I think it's just Meryl in there. We're down in Vice. You guys really look like hell. You okay, Meryl? Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Can't say it's gonna be easy, though. Is this Things like that are all I've got left of him now. Him and his stupid toys, huh? Dave was really into sci-fi monsters. Kind that can go around and do whatever they want. It's a garage cake Dave made. Put the flowers here. That's lavender I had shipped in cryogenic storage from home. The inspection plants have to go through is a real pain in the butt. But they were Dave's favorite. It's a lavender bouquet. They smell nice. Just like Chris's perfume. It smelled just like you'd expect them to. What's this envelope? That's a Japanese prize envelope from something Dave won at a hobby show. The one that video game company holds every year. What, you want it? It's empty. What sort of papers are here? Just stupid reports and internal memos. Can't believe you guys use paper for your reports. What's this?
ここの柱の傷は？
デイブが私のナイフで刻んだのよ。
日本語のようだが、なんて書いてあるんだ？
それは相合い傘。
相合い傘？
日本でよく書かれる落書き。
傘の下に男と女の名前を書くんだ。お互いがうまくいくようにな。
それで誰の名前が書いてあるんだ？
私とデイブ。
そうか。
最初は分からなかったんだが、日本人の刑事が来た時に分かったんだ。
あの時デカちょったらカンカンになって柱を拭いたけど消えなかった。おかげでデーブの思い出が残ったわ。
時々説明のつかないことをするやつだった。
I don't know if I ever saw that before. I'll talk to Meryl in a bit, but have I ever looked at Ed's desk? Been okay without your naps, Ed? This place felt so empty with the chief gone with you all the time. It's gonna be even quieter now. Better start organizing those papers soon. That wouldn't worry too much. Probably all junk anyway. This papers look like they could do with a cleanup. I thought I could look at his photos here. You got that here? Like I said, it doesn't suit me. That doesn't matter, Dave gave it to me. The bag. I nearly had a heart attack when I saw it. It's the L's bag Dave gave Meryl. You look exhausted. Did you get any sleep? I'm okay, thanks. I don't think I could sleep anyway. And whatever woman I have in me is staying buried until I get back at them for Dave. Meryl, she looks lonely. She'll be fine, she's a strong woman. I wonder what would happen if I had beaten her score in the shooting training, like right now. This doesn't seem like a good time for honking a titty. What's this? It's an old dialysis device the guys in AP used before. We don't have any use for it here. So what's it doing here? The whole dump deal. Their idea of a joke. Any new leads, Meryl? Yeah, a couple of things actually. Have you found out what happened to Dave? I checked with some informants and hackers, but everything leads to a dead end. Same as Hojo, gone without a trace. Why do you think they took Dave's body? You think he's still alive? I don't know. Why would they feel the need to hide his body? I'll keep looking. Can't believe this happened. Hey, Midnight Pearl. Merry Christmas. Christmas Eve still over here, but I don't really have anything going on till the night. I mean, what are you supposed to tell his family? Yeah, I know. Sheeta. What happened with the Sheeta? AP's handling the investigation, but they won't tell us anything. It's even worse that it's Tokugawa employee. That's right, why don't you talk to Victor about the autopsy results? Actually, Victor won't be performing the autopsy. He said the body was sent to BCCH. BCCH? Why would they do that? Yeah, I figured I'd get in some kind of Christmas-y stream. Yeah, it's a nice, comfy game for Christmas. Be better if it was Snatcher, because I think that happens around Christmas time. AP recovered the body, but Tokugawa are demanding it to be turned over to them. What about the biker? It looks like the bike was smuggled here from home, but I can't pinpoint a route. The guy himself? He disappeared in the blink of an eye. Someone must have tampered with that area's data to cover for him. It's Redwood, I know it. I think so too, it's definitely him. But would it be possible to alter BCP data? It'd be difficult but not impossible for someone here. Like Gates? I don't know. Whoever he is, that guy's scrubbing and data himself. We've got some major problems. Biker's Redwood. And where is he? Gates says he's away on assignment. I'd be surprised if he could walk in that condition. He definitely isn't around here. He couldn't have survived what happened there anyway, though. Dave and I shot him 6 times. I got him 15 times. If that's the case, has his body gone missing too? Anyway, don't let your guard down. Gates seemed to have some doubts about him himself. He's probably dead, but I'll check every hospital to see if he was taken anywhere. Frozeners have to contact the government whenever they're hospitalized. There'd be a record of it. Victor felt the same. What happened with their crime scenes? AP's working on both AMM and the bag store. I hear the ISPA is gonna sue BCP over what happened to the coral. Oops. The owner of the bag store is on the run, so AP's closed it off. Meaning we're fresh out of options? Looks like it. Tokugawa have stepped up the pressure on BCP too.
あ、そうそう。ずっと引っかかってたんだけど、あのカバン屋でデーブがいなくなった時、負傷してたエンプスがいたでしょ。
弱気を抱えられていたゴダードか？あれは確かレッドウッドの木だ。
待て。ということは、奴は現場に。
違うわ。中に入ってたのはやつじゃない。エンプスの関節から血が流れてたのを覚えてる？
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
そうか。AP の血なら白だ。 あの中にデイブを入れて運んだんだな。
なぜ？
それはわからないわ。
証拠は？
エンプスを調べればデーブのルミノール反応が出るかもしれない。私が調べるわ。
気をつけろよ。この BCP 内のどこまでが敵かわからないからな。
わかってるわ。
Things are tense as hell everywhere. No one's letting any information out. Tokugawa employees are crawling all over AMM. AP is stretched to the limit with everything that's happened. Oh, we got nothing? Walk away, man.
いっそのこと徳川製薬へ潜入してみたらどう？
俺もそれが手っ取り早いと思う。
本気か？
証拠さえつかめばこっちのもんよ。あそこにあるはずよ。
What is this? That was Dave's. He was really good. This type of old school approach was more his style. He hated guns. That's a gun? Check it out. These 3 darts form a perfect equilateral triangle. Dave never went for the bullseye. That's the kind of guy he was. I guess it's just a really tiny dartboard. Wasn't anything written on that looked useful. I think we're done. I wonder if Victor's done yet. What's going on? If you're looking for the analysis results of the blood, I'm still working on it. Kate? Are we done for now?
こうなれば強行手段に訴えるしかない。
メリルの言ってた件か。徳川製薬へ潜り込むという。
そうだ。あそこへ踏み込み、物を抑える。DDS の奥に工場があったろ。
そこにあると思うか。
なければお前の首はなくなる。俺も地球へ送還される。
おいおい。
大丈夫だ。必ずある。ガードマンが言ってたろ。サンプルは試作工場で作るって。物を握ればゲイツも腰を上げずにはおられない。
それはそうだが。
Ready to head out? Are these the same ones that were used to move Dave? That's the Goddard EMPS. It's used for most of the work around here. We might have caught him if we had one of these. Jesus, if you'd be flying around one of these things, it would have been a million times worse. Okay.
よし、徳川製薬へ向かおう。
I don't know if we can get in
念の
that
ため寄り道をしていこう。つけられてるかもしれん。
back area.
わかった。本部長なら見張りをつけてるかもしれん。一回りしてから行こう。徳川製薬だぞ。
この中のどこかにナークカプセルがあるはずだ。1セットでも発見できれば、それで奴らの犯罪を立証できる。
その代わり何も出なかった時は諦めるんだぞ。
必ずあるさ、この中に。さあ、家探しだ。
I still think it's so crazy they don't have like night security guards here. Unless that guy is here tonight. No?
フロントだ。誰もいないな。
最初の物々しい警戒からすると嘘のようだ。
どっから始める？
どう考えてもあの奥の部屋が怪しいな。あそこを調べよう。
Yeah, unlike both times we have this here. it would have seen us sneaking. I think that camera just moved. Sure it wasn't your imagination? It definitely felt like the camera moved. Maybe not. Keep toward the walls, Jonathan. We can't let them catch us on any of the cameras. I feel like we've been caught. Yeah, we gotta get past this, this is the magnetic lock system for this door. It's advanced stuff. Way more advanced than the DDS room's lock. I don't know. Well, let's see. It's just something about this door, don't you think? Yeah, I know. How are we gonna get it open? You'd need an EMPS to get through this. Guess we'll have to try something with the lock system and hope for the best. The only way for us to open this door is through its lock system. Okay.
よし、ロックシステムに ID を差し込んでみよう。ID を差し込んで。おお、ジョナサン、扉が開いたぞ。
I think it's a trap.
しかし、これだけのセキュリティが ID だけで開くとは。妙だな。警備員の話だと、ここは徳川本人の許可が下りないと開けられないとか言ってたろう。
エド、気にしすぎだ。さあ、行こう。これは
黒消しブラックポピーの栽培工場。
Bernard.
見つけたぞ。定を決め。
ジョナサン、できるだけ多くの証拠を集めよう。
Yeah, the black poppies were what they were making all these drugs out of.
まさしくナークの原料となるブラックポピーだよ。この実から取れる乳液でナークが作られる。
これが黒消し。それにこの葉、ロレインが持ってきたあの葉と同じだ。
遺伝子操作と品種改良を重ねた新種の黒消しだ。こんな黒消しは見たことがない。
Is that supposed to be the real sun shining through? There's no soil here, is there? They're cultivating them hydroponically, meaning they can grow them in just nutrient solution. They don't need any soil at all. What's more, Tokugawa led the field when it comes to hydroponics. Is this place automated? Looks like everything's controlled by Chaos System. Never forget the Chaos sofa back at Karen's place. Humidity, temperature, sunlight, it's all running totally by itself. They could minimize the number of people in the know and prevent human error. Look, they've even increased the carbon dioxide in there to accelerate their growth. You could do multiple harvests a year under these conditions. Who'd ever think black poppies were being grown on this scale at a place like this? Let's grab some for evidence. Wait, they're connected to laser sensors. See them sticking out of the field? Touch anything, an alarm will go off. Son of a bitch. Look but not touch. I'm pretty sure an alarm went off immediately after this door was opened at night with no one else here. There's nothing else we can do right now. Let's keep looking around. There's a walkway going around the poppy field. There's another room at the back. Looks like some kind of factory. It's a funny looking door. It's an automatic door built with intelligent materials. If the room temperature exceeds a specified degree, a group of shape memory alloy springs pop up and the door opens. Basically, the door opens to cool the room if it gets too hot. Lucky for us, the place is like a goddamn sauna right now. There's no need to rush things. Let's make sure we've checked out. Checked out this place thoroughly first. More fields up there too. This looks similar to an auditorium. They're not using xenon grown lights. Looks like they're using optical fiber to transfer sunlight here. At night,
ロレインから預かったあの消しの葉はここで作られたものだ。王女はここから持ってきたんだ。
まったくビヨンド内で堂々と黒消し栽培とはいい根性だ。消しの栽培だけでもかなりの重罪だ。
消し栽培だけであとは害虫か？そんなはずはない。奥へ行ってみよう。もっと面白いものがあるかもしれない。
they must use a mirror to gather sunlight at night too. They could even control this amount of light by chaos system. So this place gets constant sunlight, better than any tropical paradise. The word cesspool comes to mind. They've got this set up in 3 levels. It's designed so each level gets the optimum amount of sunlight. I've got a good idea what's going on here. Let's go check out the room at the back. There's gotta be some crazy shit back here.
分かった。何かあったらすぐに応戦できるぜ。
銃もないのにか。
いざとなればエドノを使うさ。
お前。
大丈夫だ。お前は当てにはしてない。射撃は俺に任せろ。
すまない。
気にするな。人にはいろいろあるさ。
よし、僕の部屋を見てみよ
う。お、これは。
これはまさにナークカプセルを作ってるところだ。見ろ、黒消しの実がナークカプセルになっていく。完成したナークカプセルだ。中身は空のようだ。
間違いない。ロレインから預かったあのカプセルだ。
ベルトコンベヤーで流されていく。倉庫で箱詰めされるんだろう。
The NARC capsule K9. We finally found it. Can we not get these? Let's take a look at the other areas. Here they're chemically separating NARC into 2. They get 2 capsule types as a result. Everything on Hojo's CD was the truth. The separate capsules offer no narcotic reaction on their own. That's the trick. Here they're separating NARC into 2. Look. After they separate NARC, they go on to the next step. Here they're placing the separated NARC liquids in gelatin and turning them into capsules. That's how they get their NARC capsules. Yep. Then for the final step. The marks that identify the different capsules, the drug identification codes get printed on. If this counter is right, they're pumping out several hundred pairs of capsules a second. They're turning the NARC liquids into capsules. Yeah, we've already seen how they put the NARC liquids into the capsules.
「何もかもが自動化されてる。
These are the pods harvested from the growing fields. Here they're extracting the sap from the pods. It has certain alkaloids used for making drugs like morphine and codeine. Then, by drying the sap, you get opium. You can then isolate morphine from the opium. You still remember all that from narcotics? I got an award there, remember? So did you. What they're doing so far is the same process you go through to produce normal opium derivatives. We haven't looked at every part of the process yet. I know. After they get the opium, they moved on to the next step. Here they're taking the heroin created from the morphine and combining it with the hallucinogen to make NARC. You could say that's the secret behind NARC. So by combining a natural drug, a synthetic drug, and a hallucinogen, they create something with both the addictiveness of morphine and hallucinogenic properties. That's what's so unique about NARC, and also the scariest part about it.
まさにナーク製造工場だ。黒消しの栽培からナークカプセル製造まで。エド、ついに奴らの首根っこを押さえたぞ。
さてどうする？今処分するか？
帰ってゲイツに伝えよう。それから AP とここに踏み込むってのはどうだ？
本部長もこれを見れば目を覚ますだろう。
いくつかいただいていこ
どうするつもりだ？
う。ゲイツへの手土産だ。行こう。
Are we gonna make it out of here alive? We did.
というわけだ、ゲイツ。それがそのナークカプセル K9 だ。これで徳川をパクれる。
どうやって入った？
ノックして入ったとでも思うか？
お前たち捜査令状もなしに。
本部長いいですか？奴ら堂々と黒消しをこのビヨンドで栽培して、その上ナークを密造してるんです。
ゲイツ、いいのか？奴らをこのまま野放しにしても。
間違いないだろうな。
間違いありません。この目で見たんです。
よし、分かった。徳川も年貢の納め時だろう。ご苦労だったな、二人と。一緒に来るか？
もちろん。
ヨナさん、君の反動銃リコイルを返しておこう。特例だぞ、いいな。
分かってる。特別扱いは嫌いじゃない。
Yeah, I guess he does look like the DARPA chief.
よし、エンプス部隊
Slash Danny Glover.
第二装備で集合。徳川製薬へ踏み込む。
焦るな。俺はこの瞬間が一番好きな。
おい見ろ、レッドウッドだ。奴は死ぬどころかピンピンしてるぞ。
なんてこと。
行くぞ野郎。
I wonder if nothing's even gonna be there when we show up. They couldn't have cleaned that whole place. Right?
徳川製薬に着いたぞ。
ゲイツ、ここがナークを密造している工場だ。
エド、ヨナさん、案内してくれ。
Yes. Inspired. Heavily inspired. And then reusing characters between games. Characters and ideas. Whatever. Whatever, I can dig it.
ゲイツ、乗り込もうぜ。
よし。AP 隊位置につけ。エンプス A 班は周りを固めろ。エンプス B 班は飛行ユニットを離脱。中へ入る。いいか、ヨナさん、エド。行くぞ。
Ah, I keep getting like an eyelash or something.
おいおい、あんたたちなんだい、どうしたってんだ。俺たちが観光見物ツアーの団体に見えるか？
BCP 本部長のゲイツ・ベッカーだ。この会社内を調べさせてもらう。
どうして？
黒消し栽培ナーク密造の容疑だ。
何のことだい一体？
捜査令状はある。ヨナさん、どこだ？案内してくれ。
Steam was down? I don't think it was for me. I checked maybe 2 hours ago. All those Steam sales. I'll bet it's empty in there. That's why they let us in so easy. So then we look like assholes in front of the chief. I'd like to take a look at your factory in the back. Can't do that. You'd need President Tokugawa's authorization before I could let you in there. Open that door this instant. I can't, not by myself anyway. Whatever. This is the lock system for this door. Can you open it? No, I think you'd only open it from the security booth right now. Really? I guess I gotta kick this guy's ass. This guy's one of the security guards. Another Oriental chap, I see. Let's try talking to him. Listen, you. Now we want the truth. What do you guys think you're doing? You've got Narc stashed away back there, don't you? Yeah, we know all about what's going on. Don't bother trying to bullshit us. You guys crazy? This guy probably doesn't know anything, though. He's never been past that door, I don't think. Come on, spill it. We saw everything ourselves. This is outrageous. You'll regret that attitude of yours. Take us to the Narc factory now. Our president won't stand for this. Do you realize what you're doing? What's that factory in the back for? What are you doing there? It's a factory for producing drug samples. You mean for producing narc? What are you talking about? You can't just throw around accusations like that. I don't have to answer your questions. We'll sue you for this. You afraid of Sadaoki? I promise you we can protect you. Protect me? What can you guys do? You're nothing. What do you have to gain by standing up for Tokugawa like this? I don't know what you're talking about. Got nothing to say to you. Open that door now. That lock system is different from the others. I can't make the decision to open it myself.
分かった徳川の犬め少し手洗いがエンプスを使おうゴダード A 班この扉を丁重に破壊しろ了解待て誰だ
I bet it's Tokugawa.
徳川会長
貞興、いいところに来たな。
また貴様たちか。ここで何をしとる？ゲイツ、早くこのバカどもを連れて帰れ。謝罪は後で聞こう。
徳川状況が変わってねこの扉を開けてもらおうか
何？ああ、BCP 本部長ともあろう者がこいつらのようなチンピラに耳を貸すとはな。ゲイツ、今ならまだ間に合うぞ。どうする？
何に間に合うんだ徳川 BCP を舐めるのもほどほどにしろ
ゲイツ、私の恩を忘れたか？お前が今の立場にあるのは。
貞興、大口を叩けるのも今のうちだ。
徳川ほら BCP 発行の捜査令状だ君の大切なナーク製造工場とやらを見せてもらおうかここを開けろ
ナーク？ナークだと？こりゃ参った。何のことだ？
とぼけるな貞興、往生際が悪いぞ。
はあ、困ったな。わかった。斉藤君、扉を開けて差し上げろ。
でもこの奥には例の。
いいんだ。何もかもここの野蛮な連中に見せてやれ。
本当にいいんですか？
ああ、カモン。
わかりました。
So the desk guy does know.
扉を開けます。
どうぞ諸君、入りたまえ。
ゲイツ、これだ。これが消しの栽培場だ。
何を言う？これが消しだと？
まだ白を切るのか貞興。
落ち着けジョナサン調べてみればわかることだ
ジョナサン、証明してやろうぜ。俺たちの勝ちだ。
These are different.
これはジョナサン、消しじゃないぞ。すり替わってる。 ゲーツ、何があるだって？これが消しに見えるか？
ジョナサン、どうした？
これは我が社の極秘プロジェクトの地球環境対策として開発された人工波だ。炭酸ガスを普通の3倍も吸収するという画期的なものだ。エコロジーテロリストなどに知られると厄介なんで極秘にしてたんだよ。
そんな。確かに4時間前まではここにあった。このどこかにあるはずだ。
ジョナサン、落ち着け。よく探してみるんだ。まだ結論が出たわけじゃあるまい。
その通りだ。よく見てみよう。
Yeah, why would you have those kind of plants growing at a pharmaceutical place anyway? Look closer.
違う。おかしい。消しはどこに行ったんだ？きっとあるはずだ。探すんだ。ない。消しがなくなってる。本部長、確かにここにあったんです。
どうだね、我が社のエコロジー新製品は。気に入ってもらえたかね？
隠したな、貞興。
隠すも何も、ここには前からこの人工波しかないんだがね。
ジョナさん、奥の部屋を見てみよう。そうだ、ゲイツ。奥の部屋を見てみよう。
If they switched all these, they probably switched the ones up there too. Ceiling doesn't look any different. This is definitely the same room.
奥の部屋を見てくれ。奥にナーク工場がある。
その言葉、当てにしていいんだな。
もちろんです。ここの消しはともかく、あの設備を短時間で隠蔽するのは不可能です。
よし、奥の部屋に行ってみよ
う。あった。本部長、ここです。ここがナークの製造工場です。
どこがナーク工場だって？教えてほしいもんだ。ここのどこが？
ジョナサン、エド、気にせず説明してくれ。
Yeah, those are different.
これです。これが例のナークカプセルです。
バカを言うな。これは無重力下でも均等に溶解するというカプセル K9 だ。
もう少しまともな言い訳をするんだな。このカプセルの秘密は分かってる。
秘密だと？
ジョナサン、見ろ。違うぞ。これはナークカプセルじゃない。目印がない。すり替わってる。何？やりやがったな、貞興。
Like, why didn't we go in with a camera last night? Get all this stuff. And like, where does the chief think we got all those capsules, the real narc capsules, from? What's going on? Where's the narc? The codes are all there. These are different from the ones we saw before. They switched them. Just like the poppy fields. Where's the narc, Jonathan? Ed?
あれ？消しの実がなくなっている。ここに黒消しの実がたくさんあったんだ。
If we don't find anything, we'll have a serious problem on our hands. Pods are gone, just totally gone.
本部長、見てください。これがナークの製造過程です。
君ら頭がおかしいんじゃないのか？ここでは DDS のカプセルを作っているんだ。
でたらめ言うな、徳川。
どこにナークがある？さあ、見せてもらおう。
Narc should be here, Gates. I don't care, search wherever you want. You're wasting your time. Why are you so sure of yourself? Because you know there isn't any narc here. You're lying. This is where you make it.
それくらいにしておいたらどうだ？これ以上は冗談では済まされんぞ。それともまだ続けるか？
ジョナサン、エド、 確かにここなんだな。
確かだ。ここに間違いない。
ゲイツ、捜査は済んだろう。さあ、この失態をどうしてくれる？
待て徳川、まだだ、まだ済んでない。おい AP 隊、お前たちこの中をくまなく調べろ。隅から隅までな。
了解。各班参加して工場内を操作しろ。塩プ酸は各種センサーを使用しろ。
おいおい、会社の設備を壊さんでくれよ。
本部長、出ました。
どうした？何か出たか？
来てください。こっちです。
出たぞエド。行こう。
It better be some. Oh shit!
どこの死体です。
北条。
どうしてここに北条が？
ガイシャは北条健三、ここの社員です。
急いで犯人の足跡、指紋、DNA 指紋を採取。
了解。エンプスの簡易アナライザーを使います。
どういうことなんだ？
隊長、死体に生活反応が見られます。殺害現場はここと見て間違いないでしょう。遺体の体温 34.3 度。ここの室温が高温ということを考慮しても死後4時間以上は経っていないと思われます。
レッドウッド、ここのビデオカメラに何か映ってるかもしれん。調べてみろ。
どうぞセキュリティ室へ案内しましょう。
Are they gonna try to pin it on us?
扉やドアノブに付着していた指紋はルテニウム法による指紋検出により一致しました。
よし、 DNA 指紋の方はどうだ？
北条に付着していた毛髪および工場内に残されていた毛髪数本から DNA 指紋を検出。ポリモルフィズム法により一致。
よし、凶器は？
凶器はビヨンドでは珍しいリコイルです。弾痕検査をすれば立証できます。薬莢もありました。
BCP の記録にあるライフリングとの照合を急げ。
ゲイツ、こいつら何を言ってる？
ありました。ビデオカメラにも映ってました。やはり殺害時刻は4時間前。
よし、それでいい。
ここの警備員斉藤の証言も取れました。ガイシャとイングラムは今朝未明工場で言い争っていたそうです。
素晴らしい、パーフェクトだ。
ゲイツ、なんだ？何をしている？
よろしい、ご苦労。事件は解決した。
I knew this
本部長、
fucker's in on it.
ジョナサン・イングラム、君を北条健三並びに石田純、北条ロレイン殺害容疑で逮捕する。
逮捕？俺をか？
エド、君にも話を聞かねばならんな。ことによれば君も処分しなければなるまい。
貴様、はめたな。
やめろ、ジョナサン。正体を
Hold me
表したか、
tight,
ジ
Ed.
ョナサン・イングラム。お前は4時間前ここで北条と言い争った。前妻であるロレインへの嫉妬心からその銃で北条を射殺した。今のようにそうやってな。
ゲイツ、銃を返したのもそういうことだったのか？
同じようにロレインをホームで殺害。お前があの方の爆弾について精通していることはカバン屋での記録を見ればわかる。爆弾を解体したのはお前だからな。
あれは
裏付けも取れている。ロス市警から連絡があった。貴様の事務所から爆破用の起爆装置が見つかったとな。
起爆装置？
あの犯行に使われたバイクも貴様が密輸したらしいじゃないか。貴様が乗っていた ASL797 便に乗せてな。
まさか。
そして真相を知った石田までも消した。
ゲイツ、最初から。
おっと、動くと頭は吹っ飛ばすぜ。
ジョナサン、このビヨンド内でそんな反動の大きい火薬銃を持っている者はいない。しかもライフリングの残る足のつく銃はな、見てみるがいい。AP も BCP の連中もみんな無反動銃、リフトガンだ。 わからんか。北条はその銃で殺されたんだ。そんな銃を振り回しているのはこのコロニーではお前の他にはいない。
本部長、イングラムの銃と北条から摘出した弾とのライフリングが一致しました。
どうするジョナサン、この場で AP に射殺されたいか。くそ、イングラムを捕まえろ。話せ。君には黙秘権がある。話したことは証言として扱われおる。これ以降の証言は自分に不利に使われることがある。それに弁護士を接見する権利がある。弁護士の費用が払えない場合は感染弁護人をつけることができる。ジョナサン、おとなしくしておればよかったのだ。もう少し賢い男だと思ったが。
本部長、北条の ID カードと CD ロムを持っていました。
よろしい、証拠品だ。押収しろ。
それから北条夫妻の写真も持っています。
殺した人間の写真か。それも押収したまえ。
ケイス、貞興、許さん、ジョナサン。
楽しかったぞジョナサン。久しぶりだ、こんなに笑えるのは。ははははは。
まったくだ。昔のよしみであれほど忠告したのに貴様は本当に変わらん。
まったくバカな男だジョナサン。
連れてき。
くそ、話せ。
手間を取らせるな。
エド、ジョナサン。
抑えろ。麻酔だ。パラライザーを使え。おやすみ、ジョナサン。
I'm guessing that was the full act there. Yeah, we gotta escape now and kill everybody. What a shame.
ジョナサン。ジョナサン。ジョナサン。ジョナサン、起きた？
カレン、ここは？
私の家よ。どう気分は？あなた12時間も寝てたのよ。
俺は一体、今何時だ？あれ、時計がない。
ああ、腕時計ね。あれ、電磁手錠に干渉したらしくて止まってたわ。
そうか、壊れたか。で、どうして俺はここに？そうだ、俺は奴らにはめられて逮捕されたんだ。
そうよ。BCP からホームの警察に送還されるところだったの。
それがどうして？
エドと BBC のスタッフと協力して脱獄させたの。あなたを取材中にテレビ中継車と護送車が高速で事故ったことになってるの。
脱獄？
やったな。
今あなたはビヨンドの有名人よ。テレビではあなたのことで持ちきり、30年間のジェラシーってね。指名手配されてるわ。
どうして俺をテレビ局が？
徳川の不正や悪行にはみんな嫌気がさしているのよ。私たちの番組では徳川の不正を何年も追ってきたの。今回の事件は徳川の尻尾をつかむいい機会だわ。スタッフが何人か入院しちゃって、ツケは大きかったけど。
よかった。 BBC はまだ奴らの手中にはないんだな。
そう、報道はあなたの味方。
よいしょっと。
大丈夫ジョナサン。エドから連絡あるまでゆっくりして。
Did it say we're in Act 4 now? Hold on, let me get some of this going. Let me get some of that Mr. Saving going. I guess it'll say if I try to save again. No, I guess maybe we're still in Act 3.
これ、あなたの電波ウォッチ。ひどいでしょ？
すっかり止まっているな。もともと80年も前の時計だし、車で逆さになったり酷使したからな。
直せないかしら？
難しいだろうな。骨董品だから。
局の小道具さんに頼んでみましょうか。もしかしたら。
いや、もう思い出をたどる必要はなくなった。俺とロレインもこれで。
そう。
I thought it was gonna keep jamming. Your mother was surprised I still had it. Too bad it can't be fixed. Oh, what a shame. Can I finally... You really like that outfit, huh? You're always wearing it. I like this color. Got a few of these. It's not like I'm wearing the same one all the time. So if you can talk, you're like a Kitakira Suzume. Kita what? Kitakira Suzume. It's a Japanese expression for someone who wears the same clothes all the time. Like me. I didn't bring any other clothes with me. This is what I wore when I left home. Really? I'm buying new pairs of underwear as I go along. I'm borrowing shirts and stuff from Ed. Karen, what's up? Open up. Ask about... I think this is the only new one? BCP's press conference? We're the only station that still talks about Beyond's drug problem to any degree. Tokugawa control the media too, do they? Most places, but not everyone, not us. We can't just not cover a story like this, though. Looks like people are buying what they're saying about you. If we can just find some evidence, we should be able to clear your name. Yeah. We need to prove you're innocent. And that's BCP's lying. The question is how. Open up. What do I have to show? Just the Policenauts photo? Probably have something new to say. I remember looking at this with Mom when I was younger. I didn't understand who these people were. That's what it was like at that age. Open up about Lorraine.
カレン、俺とロレインは憎しみ合って別れたんじゃないんだ。それだけは分かってほしい。
聞いてるわ。
ロレインは警察官という危険な仕事にずっと否定的だった。 足な生活、いつ帰るとも知れん夫の心配をしながら、いつも彼女は一人だった。そのうちロレインはノイローゼになり、2度も自殺未遂を。
知らなかった。
俺は彼女との生活を優先するためポリスノーツに志願した。当時はまさか選抜されるなんて夢にも思っていなかった。訓練期間中はヒューストンで幸せな1年間を送った。あの頃は夢のようだった。それがあの火星行きだ。彼女は俺を待ち続け、地球に戻った時にはもう俺たちの関係は。
どうして火星なんかに？
ロレインから逃げたかったのかもしれない。彼女の愛情が重くなった。
ひどい人ね、ジョナサン。
ビヨンド行きが確定した時、彼女は俺から去っていった。初めて彼女はさよならを言って。
なんとなくわかるわ、母の気持ちが。
Now, my EMPS accident happened while we were separated. I guess in the voice acting they just call it imps. We never saw each other again until she came to my office that day. The time we spent together wasn't always the best. Karen, about Hojo, I mean your father, I'm so sorry. I was prepared for the worst, but it's just terrible what happened to him. I guess I really am all alone now. Neither of them is ever coming back. Tell me the truth, how is my father involved in all this? Your father was forced to develop DDS products for concealing illegal drugs. I see. I figured it was something like that. Just another victim of Tokugawa. He probably started selling Narc with Ishida to scrape together money for your transplant. Then Dad was silenced, just like Ishida. Your father, your mother, Ishida, they were all killed to keep the truth behind Narc a secret. Tokugawa and Gates have been working together for goodness knows how long. About you and your work. Andy, our news director, he's taking care of things for us. He said we should just stay put for now. I'm keeping an eye on you here while my evil twin tells the world you're a psycho. I forgot they're using our image to tell the shitty news about us killing Hojo. Is he a boyfriend? A long time ago, maybe. We're not seeing each other anymore. They're using an AI in place of me, so we should be okay. Only Andy and a small number of people at the station know about it. An AI? Yeah, why don't you turn on the TV and see for yourself? It's all live. It's not a recording. Well, we already knew about that. How are you holding up? Not very well. They're suppressing the disease with drugs for now. I can't die yet. Not until I know the truth and put everything behind me. Are you in any pain? No, but I'm scared. I don't want to die alone. Have they still not found a donor? No, they say there might not be anyone for me on Beyond. Looks like Dad got me moved up. I'm so grateful for everything he's done. Okay. Let me actually... This should be new. I don't know if you want to sit down for this.
Konnichiwa. ニュースオーダーの時間です。繰り返します。本日未明、連続殺人の容疑でホームへ強制送還されることになっていたジョナサン・イングラム容疑者を乗せた護送車が宇宙港へ向かう途中、BBC のテレビ中継車との接触事故により爆発炎上。乗っていたイングラム容疑者は現在もなお逃走中、指名手配されております。この事故で BCP BBC 局員数名が軽傷を負い、宇宙光線の上り車線は通行止めとなっております。また事件の重要参考人であるエド・ブラウン氏も消息を絶っており、 BCP では彼の行方を追っております。逃走したイングラム容疑者は産業エリアへ逃亡したとの情報があり、現在産業エリアへの道路は規制されています。なおイングラム容疑者は銃を奪って逃走しており、付近の住民には厳重な注意を呼びかけております。各検問所では BCP の指示に従ってください。容疑者ジョナサン・イングラムは元ポリスノーツとして BCP の基盤を築いたオリジナルコップとして知られ、今回の事件は関係者に大きなショックを与えています。それでは BCP 本部長のゲイツ・ベッカー氏の共同記者会見の模様をご覧ください。
私はイングラムとは旧友だった。ポリスノーツ以来の。今回のことは非常に残念だ。イングラムがここまで追い詰められているとは。私が力になってやればよかった。彼のことは私が同じポリスノーツとして責任を持って処置する。彼は今危険な状態にある。重度のナーク中毒者だ。おそらく正常な意識はないだろう。
BCP の記者クラブからの中継でした。以上、カレン北条がお伝えしました。
くそ、ゲイツめ、好き勝手に言ってやがる。これも CG？
そうよ、 CG 合成の偽物。私のアリバイを細工するために音声もバックも映像もみんな合成よ。私であって私じゃないの。誰も気づかないでしょうね。
ニュースそのものもでっち上げだしな。
Okay. You really do look exactly like your mother, except for your complexion. They say the disease is progressing. Karen, I need to. What is it? No, never mind. Karen, you don't look so good. My doctor said I should be in the hospital right now, but I can't imagine being there at a time like this. You alright? Not really, no, but don't worry. I won't get in your way or anything. Karen, What is it, Jonathan? Talk to me. You worried about me? Karen, I need to. Karen, yeah. My feelings.
カレン、すまない。俺は君の家庭をめちゃめちゃにした。その上君までも巻き込んでしまった。
ジョナサン、言わないで。私あなたに会って分かった。今まで誤解してた。母のこと、あなたのこと。この時計見てたらあなたのことよくわかる。人の心って本当は時間も空間も関係なく通じ合うものなのかも。私、母の気持ちがよくわかるわ。親子ね、私たち。同じ人を好きに。
カレン、
私、あなたを。
カレン、俺はロレインの。
いや、もう母のことは言わないで。私を見てほしい。母の残像じゃなく、私自身を。
カレン。
ジョナサン、愛してるの。
I really barely know her. But okay.
カレン。
私
俺も愛してるさカレン。さ電話だ。
はい北条です。ああエド、ええいるわ。変わるわね。ジョナサン、エドからよ。
ああ、俺だ。エド。
おう、ジョナサンか。
いいタイミングだ。今回はエドに感謝するよ。
何かあったのか？
んちょっと気まずかったんでな。
どうだ、有名人になった感想は？
昔を思い出すよ。
そうか、そいつはいい。
で、今どこにいる？
BCP の近くの公衆端末だ。BBC のプライベート変換器を通した専用回線で話してる。盗聴の心配はない。
俗に言うタレコミ回線か。
こっちは大騒ぎだぞ、ジョナサン。俺も奴らに監視されていて身動きが取れん。メリルに動いてもらってる。
何か分かったか？
ああ、大体な。手短にしよう。何から聞きたい？
Oh. I think I can click on myself at all. This isn't a video phone, I can't see it. Sometimes old tech has its benefits. Say that again? Didn't hear ya. Just admiring the decor. You still there? What is it? It appears Hojo was supplying narc to Ishida to sell at BCCH, just like we thought. Numerous large deposits were recently made into a joint bank account of theirs. They probably located buyers from lists Tokugawa had. Tokugawa wanted rid of them after he found out about it. Bet you Hojo tried to use that CD to blackmail Tokugawa. Why'd Hojo start doing something like that? Most likely to get money for Karen's transplant. There are also levels of priority on the waiting list. Karen's level was upgraded last month. He must have handed out some bribes. I can't see someone like Hojo getting involved in something like that just for money. Well, Karen's an only child. She doesn't have any siblings. It's not easy finding a bone marrow donor for someone in that situation. But if it was just for money, that's pretty thin. What about his accomplice? What was Ishida's motive? He's clear-cut, money, and a grudge against Tokugawa. He wasn't very impressed with the way he'd been treated. Despite their differences, they were both after money. It was the perfect opportunity for both of them, though it doesn't seem like they were very close. Ishida had been caught embezzling money for the company a number of times. That's apparently why he was transferred to BCCH in the first place. That's my stab at Ishida's motive. He didn't have a serious rap sheet, but the guy wasn't a Boy Scout either. What happened to all the poppies and capsules at the factory? We hacked the records of Tokugawa's shipping company. Not long after we left, a convoy of 20 trucks was sent over to Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. They just moved the operation somewhere else. They've cleaned out every last piece of evidence. Capsules were sold to users directly through BCCH's pharmacy. 70% of the outpatients who bought from the pharmacy over the last several months have records for possession. As you'd expect, they didn't keep the records of the transactions at the pharmacy. Users would pay by wiring money to a bank account Hojo and Ishida had prepared under false names. No one at the hospital would suspect anything, and they could do it all themselves. Unfortunately, we can't find any capsules anywhere. Doubt we'd find anything at the homes of buyers at this point either. Damn, it'll be hard proving anything without any capsules or poppies. These guys ain't stupid. They've taken care of everything. How much of AP does Tokugawa control? Gates and Tokugawa have been in it together from the beginning. They must control virtually everyone in AP, not to mention Redwood. I got the results from that blood analysis, by the way. What about BCP? To be honest, we don't know how far they've infiltrated the place. Don't expect anyone there to help us. Everyone we talk to is scared shitless. This is Tokugawa we're dealing with. Can't really count on anyone outside BCP for help either. People don't fight Tokugawa here. He's totally above the law.
例の白い血液の分析結果は？
ビクトルが分析結果を残していたよ。やはり AP の使用している人工血液だ。現在人工血液には3タイプあるらしい。待ってくれ、メモを読む。前世紀に開発されたフッ素化合物を主原料とした第一世代の人工血液。次に人間のヘモグロビンを遺伝子操作して作られる粉末タイプの第二世代人工ヘモグロビン。最後に今世紀に開発された完全に人工合成された第三世代人工血球の3つ。中でも白い赤血球の特徴を持つタイプは第一世代だけらしい。現在このタイプの旧人工血液は一般での使用は禁止されているとのことだ。使用許可が許されているのは一時的な血液の補給を目的とする軍や AP に限られるらしい。
使用者の特定は？
残念だがこの旧タイプには拒絶反応を起こすような表面構造を持っておらず血液型がないということだ。したがってレッドウッドとは特定できない。しかし奴の使用している血液タイプと同じものであるということは言えるわけだ。
Victor never got around to checking the dialyzer data. But it was full in arc. Whoever he is, he's a real fan of the stuff. The reason he kept going like that comes from the analgesic effects of the drug. How was Redwood not injured after all that? He was. He was hospitalized under a false name. The story about him having gone to pick up new IMPS chips was bullshit. It's BCP. He probably hasn't fully recovered in such a short amount of time. Any idea what happened to Dave? Meryl looked into it. Like she was saying, she found Dave's blood all over Redwood's Goddard. They had to have carried Dave's body away in his imps. Where do you think they took him? No idea. He's definitely not around BCP. The real question is, why would they want to hide his body? You think I'm safe here? Have they caught on to what's going on? Probably. Things went too well. They could always be planning to get rid of you some other way, one that doesn't draw any suspicion towards them. Wonder if me and Karen are safe here. Well, both BBC and Karen could potentially be working with them. That's ridiculous. If this is part of a trap, why are they being so indirect? You're terrestrial, meaning your trial would take place on home. You're not a beyond, so you couldn't be tried here. They use that lie detector that analyzes a person's P300 brain waves in trials on home. They're probably afraid you'd expose everything. They want to eliminate you before you make it back home. If that means they have to be indirect, then that's what they'll do, I suppose.
何かいい手はないか？
選挙はかなり不利だ。物的証拠、状況証拠、証人、何もかもが揃いすぎてる。物的証拠として挙げられている VTR もうまく作られているよ。あの時、カメラが動いたような気がしただろ？
ああ。
潜入した時撮ったお前の映像と北条の映像をうまく合成している。
このまま奴らの思うがままか。
いや、物的証拠になり得ないものが一つある。
それは？
北条の死体だよ。ジョナサン、死体は嘘をつかない。いくら細工してもな。
Yeah, it's like Gates took my gun before I went with Ed to go check out the narc production at night. Obviously gave that to Redwood, or yeah, probably to Redwood. Redwood took out Hojo and gave the gun back to Gates, who gave it back to us.
北条の解剖所見は？
それが妙なんだ。石田の時と同じく BCP での解剖は行われていない。なぜか BCCH の病理へ回されている。
また BCCH か。
北条の死因に関してビクトルが気になることを言っていた。
Seems Hojo's body's at BCCH.
気になることって？
北条の死体には確かに生活反応もあり、死亡時刻は4時間前だったが、死因や遺体状態がおかしいと言っていた。
どういうふうに？
石田の時と同じく殺しのサインとなる皮下出血や防御創がどこにも見つからない。それに銃弾が必ずしも致命傷ではないようだ。死因は別にあると言っていた。
死因は別にある？
それからあの死亡推定時刻も怪しいらしい。通常4時間も経つと小さな筋肉が硬直していないとおかしいらしい。ビクトルは死体の VTR を見ただけだが、銃弾が撃ち込まれた時にはすでに脳死状態にあった形跡が見られたらしい。
脳死状態だって？
脳死体の生命機能を維持するために投与される特殊な薬品による兆候があったというんだ。
それじゃあ北条はずっと以前に殺されていたというのか？
ああ、そういうことになるな。脳死体を使ったトリックだ。
Okay. Oh man, Victor's gonna be dead. Let's see. If we can find Hojo's body before they get rid of it, we might be able to prove your innocence.
ビクトルと連絡は取れないのか？
それがビクトルは北条の死体を解剖するとか言って BCCH へ出かけたまま帰らないんだ。連絡もない。何かあったに違いない。
じいさん無茶しやがって。
いいかジョナサン、 BCCH だ。あそこのモルグに北条の遺体があるはずだ。ビクトルのことも気がかりだ。どうやら俺はおとりらしい。わかるなジョナサン。少し危険だが BCCH 行くんだ。俺は泳がされてる。
わかった。奴らの相手を頼んだぞ。
随分と長電話をしてしまったな。
ああ、悪かった。
おかげで AP の奴らがおいでなすった。もう切るぞ。
エド、俺のベレッタは？
護送時に盗み出してカレンさんに渡したはずだが。
カレンに？
じゃ、切るぞ。
Is Karen gonna shoot us? Oh
エ
shit!
ドの言う通りよ。銃は私が持ってるわ。
カレン？
うかつだったわね、ジョナサン。覚悟なさい。
カレン？
そのまま受話器をゆっくりと置いて。
わかった。本気のようだな。
変なことを考えない方がいいわよ。銃の使い方くらいは分かって
Yeah,
る
that
わ。
was perfect.
どうするつもりだ？
そうね。こっちに来て。キスしなさい。
Oh.
カレン？
どう？びっくりしたでしょ？
Bitch.
本気だと思った。
はい、あなたの銃返すわね。
Doesn't look so she has good trigger discipline.
BCCH へ乗り込むんでしょ？
カレン？
父の本当の死因を知りたいもの。私、そんなに長く生きられないの。だから時間を無駄にしたくない。
カレン。
あなたと一緒にいたいの。母の分まで。
Awkward.
それに BCCH は私詳しいのよ。3日に一度は通ってるから案内できる。
ああ。
ジョナサン？
大丈夫なのか？体の具合良くないんだろ？
悪くなっても大丈夫。病院へ行くんですもの。ね、ジョナサン。
納得いく説明だ。わかった。BCCH へ急ごう。
了解、探偵さん。
Yeah, Karen got me good. Merry Christmas Eve, Pipes. That should be the end of Act 3? Organ. Yeah, I didn't realize how many acts there are. There's 7 acts in this game, but the later ones should be pretty quick. But I think I'm just gonna get through Act 4 before wrapping it up for the day. It's a good, comfy Christmas Eve stream.
BCCH に着いたわよ。誰もいないようね。
夜の病院はいいもんじゃないな。
怖いの？
ちょっとね。
弱虫。
いや、病院は苦手なんだ。ポリスノーツになるとき、体中を嫌っていうほど調べられたんだ。それ以来ね。
あの頃は誰でもが宇宙へ行ける時代じゃなかったものね。
君は大丈夫なのか？
私、生きたいから。生き延びたいから。検査も怖くない。
すまなかった。行こうか。
Here we go. Probably no security guards again. And actually, hold on. I've been looking at that employee door on the left like every time we went here. Damn it, the door's locked. Why? It's open before. It's alright, the emergency room entrance is always open. I see. You really do know your way around this place. What would you do without me? You were right, the door's open. Nice try, Ed. Employee entrance, he says. You can enter here.
彼、病院へ入るぞ。
Please, no shooting sections. Please. Begging you.
ロビーよ。誰もいないみたい。こんな時間だものね。
彼、モルグはどこに？
確か地下にあるって聞いたわ。
You can see outside with all the city lights. No, you can't. Really is quiet, isn't it? It's so weird in these... Is this what Kojima thought? You know, like hospitals and other places were like at night, just completely abandoned? No security at all? No security? Like even at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, no guards. It's okay, I don't see anyone at reception. Someone might see us if we stay here too long. Where am I clicking? No point hanging around here, should get to the morgue. Oh. I always forget. You gotta like, go here to select where to move. I bet Chris is here. If we wander around, someone will see us. It's not letting us there.
さあ、こっちよ、ジョナサン。モルグは近いよ。足元に気をつけて。
I'm hoping for a gross up in the morgue.
暗い階段だな。何も見えない。
大丈夫よ。私についてきて。行くわよ。ここよ。この病院のモルグは。
真っ暗だ。何も見えん。
I think I remember someone playing this. And
わかった。手探りで探してみよう。
I will indeed feel around. Yeah. Just sick in the head, not actually sick. Karen, you over here? What are you talking about? Sorry for bumping into you. What do you mean I didn't feel anything? No need to be embarrassed. It was entirely my fault. Is this just someone else? Maybe this is Chris. Or maybe this is Hojo. Maybe didn't realize you were here, Karen. Okay. This feels like the wall. There's nothing here. Ow. That you, Karen? Of course it's me. I'm right here. I apologize. Nothing?
お？柔らかい。
そこは私の胸よ。
悪い悪い。
真面目にやってよね、ジョナサン。
Steam's down again. Big gaming. How many?
またなの？
あ、また当たり。
もうそこも私の胸よ。分かってるんでしょ？
いや、事故だ事故。すまん。
I wonder if this is a possible game over, just like that old lady with her bomb boobs.
お？この感触。
ジョナサン。
また胸？
怒るわよ。
悪い。あ？
ジョナサン。
悪い。
Okay. We got the slap.
ん？何かスイッチのようなパネルがあるぞ。タッチセンサーか。
スイッチに光が灯ったわ。
Is that a dead body?
これでいくらかは見える。
なんだカレン、そんなとこにいたのか。全然わからなかったよ。
わざとらしいわね。
よし。どれが電気のスイッチだろう。
慎重にね。何のスイッチかわからないんだから。
I mean, it's a little hard to see in the light. No, it's not. Imagine that. It's a sheet of plastic. I don't know. It's not Karen. It looks like a sheet of plastic. I don't know. It looks like a leg or something. Like a dead body hanging from the ceiling. What do we got going on here?
まずはこのスイッチからだ。ん？なんだろうこの音。
空調が作動したんじゃないかしら。
なるほど。これは空調のスイッチか。
なんだか寒いわ。
わかった。空調を切るよ。
ジョナサンお願いよ。しっかりして。
それじゃこのスイッチはどうだ？警報か。やばい。
早く切って
早く。驚いたな。
驚いたわよ。もう大丈夫かしら。
誤報はよくあることさ。俺に任せとけ。心配するな。
大丈夫なのジョナサン？
次はこのスイッチだ。
慎重にねジョナサン。
落ち着けカレン。モルグに死体があっても当然だ。それにしてもさっき触ったのはこれだったのか。
私ダメ。こういうの。
いや待てよ。これダミーだ。よく見てみろ。
あら、ほんと作り物ね。映画の特殊メイクなんかで使うものだわ。一度スタジオで見たことがある。
Weird.
どうなってるんだこの病院は。
それにしても気味悪いわね。
北条の死体を探そう。
This one's a dummy too. What about the others? Check this one here. Same. Check this one out.
なんだ、これも偽物だ。全部そうみたいだな。
変だわ。これだけのマンモス病院なのに死体がないなんて。それにビヨンド内の異常死体はここに運ばれてくるんでしょ。
しかもカムフラージュするためにダミーの人形が吊るしてあるっていうのはどういうことだ？
My father's body isn't here, is it? Probably in here. Is this a fax machine? It's a terminal for managing the bodies. Look, it's got a list of all the bodies that have been through here. This type of terminal is automated by 3D data codes. Probably like swapping the real bodies for these dummy ones. Let's see, there were 5 bodies sent to number 7 factory on the moon today. We just missed them. They left here 5 hours ago. Where's this number 7 factory? Hold on, I'll check. Mare Imbrium. Plato Crater. Tokugawa Moon Plant. Who wasn't mentioned Plato before? Is that Hojo? Why are bodies from beyond being sent to Tokugawa's moon plant? Plato, that's it. Plato your father was talking about before he disappeared wasn't Pluto. It was the Plato Crater. Was my father's body sent there too? His name's on here. He was sent there today. We'll have to go to the moon to get my father's body back, won't we? Yeah, all these are dummies. If what this terminal says is right, we'll have to go to the moon to find your father. It's a container for transporting lunar minerals. It's got the Tokugawa logo on it. Maybe they didn't have enough room on the last flight. This will be going to the moon too, I bet. Oh boy. No good, it's sealed. Really? Look, there's a window on it. Go see what's inside. I'm afraid. Better zoom in.
死んでるの？
いや、肌を見ろ。おそらく脳死状態のバイオモートだ。もう死んでるのと変わらん。
どうしてわかるの？
北条もそうだったらしいってビクトルが言ってた。それに人工呼吸器が埋め込んである。
誰がこんなひどいことを？
徳川だ。ビクトルは北条のことで何かを掴んだんだ。それで口を封じられた。
Anyway, gotta get him out of this. It's too late, Jonathan. He's already gone. Who knows, there might still be a chance. We don't know what could happen if we open this. Let him go, Jonathan. There's nothing we can do for him now. Oh man, it better not be like a redwood hiding in here. Some sort of storage container. Wonder what it's for. The store's incredibly thick. They must really want to protect whatever's inside.
よし。何があるんだ。近くへ寄ってみよう。
Please, no shooting. Oh.
移植用の臓器。
みたいね。気味悪いわ。
It's a kidney. Debut!
これはデイブの腎臓らしい。
デイブさんって？
BCP の刑事だ。エドの部下の。行方不明になっていたんだ。
どうしてここにそのデイブさんの腎臓があるわけ？
Maybe we can talk to the kidney. It's a diagram of the body. One of the kidney areas has been highlighted in red. This is a diagram of the organs that have been removed. Any red dots represent the ones they've taken out. Picture of Dave. Kidney's time of removal and donor compatibility data are written here. It's Tokugawa logo, the 3 hollyhock leaves. It's got the Tokugawa number 7 factory stamp on it. That's probably where it came from. The special storage container for organs. The container can store organs for a long period of time after their removal. It's a heart.
So, こっちのは誰のだ？見ろ。これは BCCH の石田の心臓だ。
They got his brain
プレー
too?
トにドナーのデータが記載されている。
What did they get? Or his eyes? It's a diagram of the body. The heart area has been highlighted in red. So has one of the kidneys, the liver, and the eyes. Picture of Ishida. Look, this one's the same. The heart's time of removal and donor compatibility data are written here. Tokugawa logo. Look at him. Even sticks his damn logo on him. Amazing how they feel comfortable enough to do that. It's got the stamp of the Tokugawa number 7 factory on it. They have the same factory stamp on them. Both of these had to have come from there. From Tokugawa's number 7 factory on the moon, the Plato crater. Is Victor going to be sent to this number 7 factory too? Are we going to get shot out on our way out?
ジョナサン、何か音がしたわ。
誰だ。
Oh, thank God.
撃つな。俺だ。エドだ。
Don't
エド、脅かすなよ。
I hope nobody kills Ed.
悪いな。こっちも慣れんのでな、こういうところは。
つけられなかったか。
大丈夫だ。メリルが俺の替え玉をしてくれてる。
メリルも気をつけないと危険だな。
で、どうだった北条の死体は。
それが変なんだ。このモルグには死体がないんだ。北条の死体も。あるのは偽物の人形だけだ。みんな徳川の月面工場に送られてる。
月面工場。それは妙だ。ビクトルは。
ビクトルならそこに眠ってる。手遅れだった。
なんてこった。じいさん。まさかじいさんもバイオモートに。
そのようだ。それにデイブの腎臓がその保存庫に入ってる。月から送られてきたことになっているが、デイブはすでに解体されていたんだ。
急がないと北条の死体も唯一の物的証拠だからな。あの死体は。
エド。
ああ、すまないカレンさん。
二人とも月面工場に行きましょう。まだ間に合うはずよ。
月か、遠いぞ。
どうやって行く？
BBC の月取材用ライセンスがあるけど。
それじゃ目立ちすぎる。これでも指名手配の身だ。
俺に任せろ。煩わしい手続き不要のスペシャルツアーを知ってる。
カレン、君はビヨンドに残って情報操作を続けてくれ。月はまだ一般人には危険だ。
メリルに護衛させよう。しっかり頼む。俺たちがビヨンドにいるように細工してくれ。
分かったわ。なんとかやってみる。BBC の CG チームに相談してみるわ。しばらくの間なら CG 合成でごまかせるはず。
ナークカプセルの件はほんのきっかけに過ぎんかもしれん。
石田の言っていたもっと恐ろしいことの意味か。
ビクトルはどうする？ここに置いていくのか。
俺たちで葬ってやりたいが、今はどうにもできん。
Oh.
じいさん。
Thanks for the sub.
すまない。
先生。
Dice. Look
迎
one
えに
in.
来る。
And Merry Christmas Eve.
とにかく月へだ。
Boom, boom, boom. Was that an act? So I was just gonna do 3 and 4, but I think I'll keep going. A little ways more. 'Cause I think there's 7 acts. And then an epilogue. Lunar. My pleasure to stream.
1979年に作成された月協定に従い、月の天然資源は全人類の共同財産であり。というわけで、徳川月面工場では月資源を国際法に基づき採掘加工し、ホームやコロニーへ供給することを目的としております。皆様の徳川へのご投資が このように全人類に役立っているのがお分かりかと思います。紀元前ギリシャのルキアノスが月旅行の空想小説を書いてから
Is that Salvatore?
うまく月面工場へ潜り込めたな。しかし株主見学ツアーとは考えたもんだ。だがサルバトーレに気づかれると大変だぞ。
大丈夫だ。宇宙服を着ていれば見つからん。
宇宙服なんて着るの何年ぶりだろう。
さあジョナサン、フェイスプレートの濃度を上げろ。音声出力も変調させておくんだぞ。
分かってる。石段のやり方なら。
しかし宇宙服を着るときぐらいタバコを離したらどうだ。
Smoking in
これがないと落ち着かない。
a spacesuit?
今まで何かに頼って生きるつもりか。
エド。
まあいい。サルバトーレの話を聞こう。それとなくダイナー工場について探りをやるようだ。
本来なら船内服のようなラフな格好でご案内したいのですが、当工場は宇宙ホテルのような設備が整っておりません。1気圧に油圧されていますが、安全のために宇宙服は着たままでお願いします。それでは私だけ喋っていても退屈でしょうから、皆様からの質問を頂戴したいと思います。月面工場の全貌と各設備はここから窓越しに見渡せます。皆様のバイザー内のアイポイントセンサーと連動していますので、指示は目線でわかります。さあ、どなたかご質問は。
Oh. Synchronization of the moon's sidereal rotation and revolution periods mean that Earth is always visible from here. Being able to see Earth, or home, as it's often called, is a comfort for those who work on the moon. It's about 3.7 times bigger than the size of the moon appears from Earth. If you were looking at it from near one of those polar regions, it would appear stationary all year. Here's Salvatore. Can't let him catch us. Let's stay toward the back. Don't keep looking at him. Our visor sensors are linked. He'll get suspicious. These are all Tokugawa shareholders. Must have a lot of free time if they can afford to come to a place like this. Can't believe they're listening to this crap. Don't imagine there'll be any cute girls. Just a bunch of old dicks, no doubt. Sausage fest on the moon. Can't see any of their faces. Those are solar parabolic mirrors for generating electricity. They provide a good chunk of the energy we use here. The moon takes about 27 days to orbit the Earth, so they operate for the 14 or so days of sunlight here, changing their angles according to the position of the sun. There's no loss of energy due to the atmospheric absorption, so they can collect about 1.5 times more energy than similar mirrors on Earth. We also use solar energy in making the concrete used for construction here. That's the staff quarters. The buildings here are constructed out of concrete made from lunar regolith. Concrete's an excellent material. It offers protection from cosmic rays. It insulates and it's durable. Concrete made from lunar regolith is over twice as strong as any concrete made on Earth. We employ a helium air conditioning system. The panels you see fitted to the plant's ceilings are filled with refrigerated helium, cooling the facility with the radiation. We're presently not using that factory for manufacturing purposes. It's being used solely as a makeshift warehouse at the moment. There's nothing of interest there. Okay. That tank is used for storing substances such as liquid hydrogen and liquid nitrogen. Just look around in here. That's the mass driver, a giant catapult driven by a linear rotor. To put it simply, it launches payloads toward L2 at speeds of over 2.4 kilometers per second. That object that looks like a track is an acceleration rail that launches linear motor cars, also called buckets. The rail is almost 7 kilometers long. It doesn't use any liquid hydrogen or liquid oxygen for fuel, so it's more economical than rocket-based transportation. The materials are caught by a mass catcher at L2. Our windows are reinforced with 3 layers of 2-inch thick lead glass to help protect against the high levels of cosmic radiation here. Man, that model at the Tokugawa building captured every detail of the real thing. Even with this level of protection, shutters are automatically lowered during periods of intense solar flare activity to provide additional reinforcement. Break. The glass can't be broken with your bare hands. It isn't like what you see in the old sci-fi movies. At the very least, you would need some sort of tool to break it. Well, I might be trying that later. I heard like the slightest little blip in the audio here. I hope nothing's going to explode soon. Okay, no one's asking any questions. Their eyes have probably glazed over. Should we try asking something? Isn't it so suspicious we're talking to this guy? We've got a voice scrambler going. Excuse me, can I ask a question? Yes, you back there. Nice to see someone finally has a question. Go ahead, ask anything you want. The Tokugawa moon plant is located on the near side of the moon in the Plato crater, which is itself situated on the northern shore of Mare Imbrium, the moon's second largest mare. Mare Imbrium means Sea of Rains. Plato crater is approximately 100 kilometers in diameter, with its smooth floor widely known as one of the darkest places on the moon. The plant. It's a considerable distance to the nearest base, so you could say we're pretty isolated here. The only way to get here is by LSM, from a lunar orbiting space station. Yeah. The plant is powered by solar energy, as well as helium-3 nuclear fusion. We gather solar energy through the parabolic mirrors you're looking at. Helium-3 is almost non-existent on Earth, but is found in relatively large quantities here on the moon. We're able to produce 1 kilo of helium-3 from 100,000 tons of lunar regolith. Helium-3 nuclear fusion, unlike conventional nuclear fission, is a virtually clean process that doesn't give off any secondary radiation. There are numerous minerals found in abundance on the moon, such as ilmenite, for example. We mine and process these, and what we don't use here is exported to Earth, space colonies such as beyond. Nearly all the materials used to construct the plant have come from lunar resources. After processing, the materials are exported via the mass driver you were looking at. The moon, with its low gravity, ultra-low temperature, and high vacuum, sterile environment, allows us to manufacture made-on-the-moon drugs and other products with very high purity. We've also been charged with overseeing various life science experiments. Since no organisms naturally exist here, there's no risk of contamination, and its vacuum environment also eliminates the possibility of a biohazard occurring. We carry out such non-production related operations under the watchful eye of the United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. My ass. The employees we have working here include computer engineers, geologists, astronomers, physicists, biologists, chemists, space medical scientists, Doctors, architects, and security officers such as myself. We're all employees of the Tokugawa Group. We have a little under 60 employees total. We're inspected by the UN twice a year, but apart from that, it's just us here. There are no intervening government organizations. We have a total of 7 factories in the moon plant, numbered from 1 through 7. Each factory manufactures a variety of moon-related products around the clock. The insides of the factories all contain sensitive business information, so I'm afraid I'm unable to show you inside any of them. For instance, I'm sure you're aware that the very effective helium-3 purification process in use here is a patent of the Tokugawa Group. Just know there's certain areas I can't touch upon for confidentiality reasons. Thank you in advance for your understanding. Factory 7 is no longer being used for production. Even so, I'm unable to show you inside. You'll have to settle for looking at it from here. The moon's radius is 1,738 kilometers, or 1/4 of Earth's. Its average distance from Earth is 385,000 kilometers, and it orbits it at a speed of just over 1 kilometer per second. Its gravity is 1/6 of Earth, and its mass is 1/81st. A day on the moon is equal to 27 days and 7 hours on Earth, taking nearly 1 month to complete a full rotation. The moon's learning. Hey Alexa. Almost Christmas where you're at. Or maybe it is. I forget the time differences. The spacesuits you're all wearing are semi-hard, extravehicular mobility units, or EMUs. EMUs made from materials such as aluminum alloys and stainless steel. That composition allows the suit's internal pressure to be set at 0.7 bar, thus reducing the depressurization time on spaceships and space bases. You may find them somewhat difficult to move in, but various parts, like the arms, legs, and boots, made out of materials such as polyester and urethane resin, which I think helps keep any real discomfort to a minimum. Also, the soles of your boots and the carpeting inside the plant are both covered with Velcro, making it easier to walk. I can assure you they're completely safe. Like the outside walls of space colonies in this plant, they're covered with optical fiber. Should any dents or cracks form in the suit, that fiber will bend, activating an alarm. We can prevent any accidents resulting from wear in the metal before they occur. Your EMUs are also equipped with a urine collection device, as well as a supply of drinking water collected from the urine collection device. Through the two ain't connected? No. Oh no. Like Bear Grylls on the moon. Instructions can be found in your visor's HUD. If you don't follow the instructions, they get mixed up. 2 dates? I hope you're doing something fun. You mean you hope reading is going well? Reading is going... It's going alright. Oh no, I like it. I mean, it's just a visual novel, which I knew before playing. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. I won't be able to finish it during this stream. I'll be wrapping up kind of early-ish, actually, but I'll finish it up on Saturday, I think. And then we'll go over the 130-page or whatever guide, the official guide. I'll skim through that when I'm done. I think if you got that guide, you wouldn't even have to play the game. It's that detailed. But now this is a good pre-Christmas game. Oh yeah. It's getting even worse over there. Fever and pneumonia? Ugh. Well, I heard the cure for that is more Hamtaro. Instructions can be found in your visor's head. In the interest of safety, please do not go near any of the restricted areas. The number 7 factory is particularly dangerous due to the contaminated materials stored inside, like bodies. On the moon, one day lasts about 1 month. This tends to upset human circadian rhythm, or our rhythm of life. This can lead to fatigue, as well as bring about various changes in the body. You should try to maintain a regular daily schedule and stick to suggested sleeping hours while on the moon. When I explained about the glass here a moment ago, I said there's no need to worry about cosmic radiation. We can indeed avoid direct sunlight here, because the plant is located at the bottom of the crater. However, should you find yourself elsewhere during the solar maximum, please be sure to avoid any direct sunlight. There's a real danger of high-level radiation exposure. Hold on, did I go through them all? I don't think I went through the... I think I missed some of these. Hold on. Day on the moon's equal to blah blah blah. No! If only you could hold the controller for more than 5 minutes without nodding off. That's the best kind of gaming. Whenever I think about sleep and gaming, I remember when I had to when I was trying to push myself through, it wasn't on stream, but it was Final Fantasy XII. Just the way the characters were talking was so boring, even though the game overall is, I think, is pretty good. The way they were talking just put me to sleep. To the far southeast, you'll find the Mare Tranquillitatis, Sea of Tranquility, where astronauts Armstrong and Aldrin landed near the equator with Apollo 11. The footprints they left behind have been preserved and are now a famous tourist destination. I really have to stop the Q&A momentarily. Come on, baby. What do we got here? It's been over 70 years since the first Apollo landing, and over 30 years since man returned to the moon and completed the first manned moon base, located in Oceanus Procularum, or Ocean of Storms, going by the 5-stage plan for lunar development proposed by German space engineer Dr. Kraft Erika. We have finally arrived at the 4th stage, and we attempt to expand manufacturing capabilities and improve on the living condition on the moon. No. the lunar city can be successfully completed, we'll be witnessing the birth of a new paradigm. However, development on the far side of the moon is a different story. At present, it's only used for such purposes as housing radio telescopes. You're very interested in the moon, ain't you? No. No into this Q&A. You entered the Kojima class. The player must understand the moon. And of course the origin of the moon. Yeah, that's just how these visual novel games are. Just a whole lot of word. It certainly beats defusing bombs. Operation Paperclip? There are several theories in regard to the origin of the moon. The giant impact theory states that the moon is a result of a collision between celestial bodies. Then there's the fission theory, which says that the moon was once a part of Earth. There's also the co-formation theory, which states that the moon was formed out of the same gas as Earth. Another theory, the capture theory, says that the moon was captured by Earth's gravitational pull. As of now, no theory has been proven correct. There's no stopping this Q&A, bud. Yeah, I knew it'd be like this. I mean, it's pretty similar-ish to how Snatcher was. So, not disappointed. But we won't go through too many visual novels on the stream. Maybe, I think someday I want to play through maybe the Ace Attorney games. Moon isn't made of cheese. It's made of beans? That's probably what they're keeping in Warehouse Factory 7. Alright, I must be missing something here. He's just talking about the urine collection again. The gaseous co-formation theory. I've never heard of that before. Okay, read that one. I think the game's just letting me wrap up everything. So let's see. I hope I've satisfied your curiosity. Unfortunately, that's about all the time we have. We'll need to be moving on now.
それでは徳川月面工場について十分ご理解されたことと思います。出発の時間です。次の LSM 便は1ヶ月先となりますので、お乗り遅れのないようにお願いします。またの機会にいい旅を。
Okay. Don't tell me this was a full act.
LSM が月周回ステーションへ帰っていく。
これでもう帰れないぞ。アルキメデスクレーターまで歩いていくわけにはいかん。覚悟はいいな。
LSM が向こうに着くまで乗客のチェックはない。それまで俺たちは自由に行動できる。
やはり第7工場だ。あそこが怪しい。
さっきもサルバトーレの応対がおかしかったしな。北条の死体は第7工場に送られたことになっていたんだ。
さあ、第7工場を調べに行こう。中央案内所だ。閉めたぞ。誰もいないようだ。
It's mostly taking a back seat nowadays. I used to be like all in to learn about planets and crazy stuff as a kid. Yeah, it was like I was totally into like learn about. We had these books in the library. I must have been the only one checking them out. In the school library. Separate book for every planet. Including one on Pluto. And then, I was thinking about this the other day. I was strangely interested too about mummies. I must have been like 7 or 8. I remember hearing about like they would take a crochet needle or something like that and jab it up the nose and whip up the brain and get rid of all the brain goo. Like I was learning about this at 7 or 8. Ugh. Yeah, I had a bunch of cool books. Probably not age appropriate though. The moon probably is made of cheese. It only looks gray because it's mold. I guess progress-wise, this is as far as I want to go today, but I do want to look at some of the... I want to just browse through some of the definitions of stuff. So we haven't done that in quite a while. So there's, I think, 7 acts and an epilogue. And after the game, I'll wrap up on Saturday. Let me do my real Mr. save. After the game, I'll go through the guide. Yeah, it's like 130 pages, the guide. And I think it goes over every single part of the game, including... It looks like maybe dialogue, so you probably don't even need the game if you got the guide. Removing the people giblets. Yeah, it's like... I don't know why I was so into that. All that crazy stuff. Just interested about life, I guess. Alright, what do we got here? Categories. Let me just... I don't even know about the categories, so we could just... You want to learn about some adhesive carpet? Type of carpet designed to make the floors of weightless areas walkable, responding to the shifting body weight of an individual as they move. Works with all types of footwear, and the level of adhesiveness can be adjusted. Developed at the beginning of the 21st century by a carpet. I can access this screen, I think, from the mouse, but I have to use my keyboard to move down, actually. A carpet manufacturer has since been adopted for wider use, such as in spaceships and weightless areas of spaceports, commonly called theater carpet due to its feeling similar to walking on a sticky movie theater floor. Like Velcro. It's just crazy how much crap they put in here. I also forgot what AP means. They keep talking about it. It's the Advanced Police. And you know what's... It's so weird. There we go. Okay, that's what it was. I have to hit left and right to go to these. Stuff in green is just another link to another definition. BCP's next generation police unit composed solely of government frozeners that's capable of operating in areas of extreme conditions in which a normal police force could not. Formed in 2020 as an experimental mobile police unit designed to operate outside Beyond Coast. All of its more than 50 members are Beyonds born and raised on the colony. AP also carries out international rescue missions in lieu of military unit, which is forbidden on any colony by the Outer Space Treaty. In addition to being fathered with sperm from past astronauts, its members are genetically modified, ensuring they possess genotypes well suited to outer space's environment. They also use artificial blood, which has higher oxygen transportation efficiency than normal blood, invaluable in their frequent work in areas of low oxygen density. They have intraocular lens implants as well, to prevent vision problems while working in areas of low atmospheric pressure. With the introduction of EMPS, AP's range of mobility have vastly expanded, allowing its members to operate in a variety of extreme areas. I wonder if, like, it couldn't have just been him coming up with all this, right? He must have had a team of people helping out with this stuff. Biomort. Whenever I think, like, years will go by, and I will always remember the Chaos sofa that Karen has. I would be curious to know how they came up with all this garbage. Yeah, he is pretty crazy. But you know what? Some good games came out of it. You need to be a little crazy to make games. I would love to hear Kojima pronounce some of the stuff, though. Really? Defense wound? An injury such as scratches, bruising, or bleeding sustained by the victim of an attack as a result of trying to defend against the attacker, indicative of homicide. One of its uses is to distinguish between acts of homicide and suicide. It's like definitions of everything. You want to learn about ladies' bags? A designer handbag company based on Beyond Coast creates one design each year, after which it ceases producing that design and transitions to a new one. Only one L's is sold throughout space each year and is a status symbol. Some cite this as the reason behind its popularity. The higher price of L's bags on Earth has led some to travel to Beyond just to purchase one. Its production process remains a closely guarded secret, but it's said the company has developed a special technique employing a weightless environment. We're going to find out that these bags are made out of those biomorts. Well, this isn't an official translation. This is just a fan thing from, I think, maybe 2008 or 9. I don't know if there was ever an official translation. And I can tell, like, I know just enough Japanese to understand that plenty of liberties were taken when the voice acting's going on. Like, some of it's just completely different, what you see in the text versus what they're actually saying. But I think the overall point, like, it's still there. Foxhound. A high-tech special forces unit formed in the 1990s to respond to regional conflicts, local insurgencies, and terrorism. Foxhound differentiated itself from other special forces units with its application of one-man infiltration missions in situations of unconventional warfare. The unit's existence became known to the world as a result of the Galsburg Uprising of 1995 and the Zanzibar land disturbance of 1999. Its use of high-tech equipment in its infiltration missions had a significant influence on contemporary military strategy, resulting in other special forces units created in its image throughout the world. However, the unit was disbanded following its participation in the fall of Zanzibar land, after it was revealed it had been genetically modifying its members. The birthplace of many a legendary soldier, Foxhound has since become popularly known as the Ninja Squad. Featured in the MSX2 video games, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake. Zanzibar Land. I think I'll eventually play these two games before moving on to Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. 96, things have aged like fine bile. Yeah. We already learned about functional foods. What the hell am I doing? Like, I got, like, pushing the wrong thing. I'm using the wrong keyboard. Functional foods as opposed to, what was it? It was like, damn it, hold on, what was it? Designer foods, which is like foods with vitamins or whatever. I think functional foods are for poor people. Then again, like, you'd have to be rich to live on Beyond, but I don't know why anyone would want to live on Beyond since you're always going to get cancer and have like organ failure. Well, I don't think the translation is too far out there compared to the original content. It's more like the difference I can see is when they express certain things where they're like, holy shit, like that's not what they're saying in Japanese. Like one time I think they said like, oh Jesus Christ, and I think the Japanese was something just like, oh. It wasn't even words. Whatever. Like that's fine. Yeah, Spirited Game seems to have been captured. Like this, it feels very Kojima-like. And you know, it's fan translation or, you know, phone translation. And that would take forever. There's one game that's kind of a visual novel that I wanted to play. It's called Machi, which is like 8 choose your own adventure stories, but they're like all mixed together. But there's no fan translation for that. But I'd be able to do it through taking a screenshot. It runs it through Google Translate and then pumps out some kind of translation. That'll probably be like 2027 or 28 stream though. Yeah, like imagine like people had to translate all this back in 2000. It wouldn't have just been 2009. It probably took them a couple of years to get through all this. All of this. So enjoy those meds. So yeah, absolutely appreciate it when people do stuff like this. Even the people who fan translated Septentrion 2. That must have been a real passion project. Alright, what do we got here? Yeah, what? Yeah, because Redwood's eyes look like he's just got some pretty severe cataracts. An artificial lens substituting the eye's own crystalline lens, inserted inside the eye and serving the same function. Intraocular lenses make the user's eyesight 2 to 3 times superior to that of a person without them. And the user is also able to tolerate variations in water or air pressure. In addition to offering better vision, intraocular lenses provide a more natural refractive index than glasses or contact lenses, reducing physical and mental strain on the user. All AP members have intraocular lenses to aid them in their work, which demands superior eyesight. originally developed to protect the eyesight of people working in extreme areas. Reminds me a couple years ago when I got my LASIK surgery. And I could smell when they used the laser on my eyes. It was an experience. Yeah, can't ask AI to translate. No, this seems like people put in some real effort. I don't know what like how advanced internet translations would have been back then. It was probably used plenty. I mean, it was, you know, probably 2006 through 2009, I would guess, that they were translating this. What do you got? They got the lift gun. Like, there's not too much here. Made in space. Maximum. The definition. Oh, it's just a major fast food restaurant chain started in outer space that specializes in hamburgers. Yeah, that's what Dave liked, right? Maximum Burger. Easy to eat in space and other weightless areas, hence the company's choice of menu items. Maximum Restaurant can be found in nearly every space facility today, and in many areas of Earth as well. Also known for its establishment of an automated drive-thru for amphibians in a remote area of the solar system in 2037. It sells two types of meals, the 1G meal and the 0G meal. Its most popular offering is the Cal Burger. Enhance. Oh, I thought there'd be a separate thing for specifically for Cal Burger. Let's see. 1G meal. Type of meal sold at the Maximum fast food restaurant chain. Its standard offering contains food and beverages designed for consumption under 1G. Maximum sells two types of meals in space, the 1G meal and the 0G meal. 1G is only available for limited periods of time on Beyond Coast. Because its contents are imported, carbonated beverage normally included with it is replaced with an alternative. Therefore, this version differs from the 1G meal sold on Earth. And a 1G meal. Type of meal sold at the Maximum fast food restaurant. Its contents are designed for easy consumption in zero gravity. Nearly identical to the 1G meal, except the 0G meal offers beverages that help replenish calcium and bodily fluids easily lost in outer space. Loved in Metal Gear Solid 5, where there was a whole lot of burger lore with, what's his name, Code Talker and Miller. Miranda warning, blah blah blah, Moonface, Moonsault. A lot of Neo stuff back in the day. Yeah, the reason why I haven't been looking at this too often, going through the game, has been because they seem to describe some portion of the definition already just a normal conversation. So I didn't feel like going through every single one of these, but like we touched a little bit on this. Just recently talking to Salvatore, or no, with Ed, I think. A lie detector that analyzes the P300-bit brainwave, which is larger when a person sees an object, person, or location they've been they have personally experienced. On Earth, the use of this lie detector along with brain imaging techniques such as MRI has become an important form of evidence in trials. Science has unlocked many previously unsolved mysteries of the human brain, with criminal justice systems starting to adopt a more physiological approach as a result. What's this? Picno 8? Oh, this must have been... It's like I completely forgot about Ed's family. There's a Mark. I think this was his tablet. Built-in solar cell makes it convenient for on-the-go use, and it can connect to a printer. Give me those specs, man. Resolution's alright. Real-time 3D rendering, wireframe modeling, a variety of graphical effects. What is this? Policenauts? Is this a secret stuff? Policenauts private collection. A digital book on Policenauts based on the limited edition pilot disc released for the 3DO. A limited item containing additional development materials and previously unreleased behind-the-scenes information. Digital book. Maybe I'll try to find that for the next stream. I'm just wondering when the digital book would have been released, like around this time? 96. I assume it just would have been something that you explore on the whatever console. It's a pilot disc. Trial version of a video game that precedes the release of the full retail version, derived from the term pilot episode, or an episode that serves to launch a televised program. The first ever pilot disc was created for the PC Engine version of Snatcher in 1992. Produced in limited quantities, it's now considered a collector's item. Policenauts pilot disc for the 3DO is Konami's second pilot disc. More than just a demo of the game, it's an interactive database containing artwork and designs, behind-the-scenes features, and interviews. When I was looking through the guide for this that we'll go over on Saturday, it had a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, so I'm wondering how much will just overlap. Interviews. Yeah, because I do have the 3DO core, I think, on the Mister. I believe I do. Isn't that what I played that painfully difficult, but also very interesting golf game? Yeah, I think I played it on that. Yeah. I'll see if I can find this on Saturday. Or by Saturday. Sounds interesting. Snatcher. I really like Snatcher X 1 and 2. But Act 3, I think, was tacked on in a later release. The one that I played. Didn't really like Act 3, because it just felt too talky. I also hated I always hated, in this game and in Snatcher, the shooting sections. Cult video game released by Konami for the PC 8801 and MSX2 computer platforms in 1988. Remade as a CD-ROM version for the PC Engine in 92 and Sega CD in 94. And we played the Sega CD version. Cyberpunk adventure that takes place in the year 2047 in the fictional Neo Kobe city, Japan. You'll have to make a note about this pilot disc and see if I can acquire that. Quick tie. That's what I want. I want quick everything clothes. Made from shape memory alloy fiber. It's basically like made out of the same stuff that the T-1000 was made out of. To tie a knot, one simply runs a low-voltage electric current through the tie. Developed by the fashion industry as a way to maintain the position of the tie in zero gravity, it has become popular among young people on Earth as well, due to its ease of use. Let's see here. Space fireflies. Oh yeah, is that what we got put on us? Abbreviation for superconducting quantum interference device handcuffs. That's what Gates slapped on us. A pair of handcuffs made of squids inside superconducting metal rings. When activated, the rings are connected by a low voltage electromagnetic arc. A handheld control device is used to adjust the intensity, shortening or lengthening the distance between the rings instantly. Squid handcuffs were developed in response to criticism from civil liberties organizations over how a suspect in crime is restrained, as the individual has yet to be convicted of any wrongdoings. With squid handcuffs, law enforcement can deactivate the handcuffs at certain times and then reactivate them with the touch of a button as needed. This allows law enforcement to maintain control over the suspect while giving the suspect more freedom of movement than with previous types of handcuffs. Lengthening my telomeres. Oh, wait, I think we had 2 more here. Vehicle smuggling, video phone. So, Viroid S? Smallest known pathogen composed of single strands of RNA, which invades plant cells and can cause disease. I don't remember ever hearing about this. Containing no protein codes, viroids infect mainly crop plants, with Viroid S only infecting Papaverinaceae, or the poppy family. Oh, we must have learned about it a bit then. It spread throughout Beyond Coast in 2035, wiping out all poppy cultivation. It has never been reported on Earth, leading some to speculate it is a mutated version of an Earth viroid, called Viroid S because its structure resembles the letter S of the Latin alphabet. VR girl. Slang for a performer appearing in pornographic PVR software. VR girl is a virtual likeness of a real individual. This has necessitated a rethinking of copyright and likeness laws. Debate continues over the right to conduct VR processing, how far a person or object processed into VR should be protected. Sounds like AI laws going on right now. Some VR girls have even been granted rights that make them individuals separate from the person on whom they were based. Thus, the issues raised by VR girls extend far beyond those inherent to traditional pornography. The monthly software Fantastica, which features VR girls, averages 100,000 downloads per issue. Like nowadays, that would be tens of millions. VR pornography. Virtual reality software featuring adult content, known as AVR or adult virtual reality. One of the darker sides of VR that disregards the virtual reality ethical guidelines. This type of entertainment has become a problem for a variety of reasons. Zero G Salon. Type of salon located at the center of Beyond Coast in its weightless area, which takes advantage of the effects of zero gravity to preserve the youthfulness and elasticity of a person's skin. The skin is also much less likely to sag or wrinkle in zero gravity. Many of the treatment methods employed were originally devised by female astronauts. Well, you know, that's pretty cool. See, I'll make a note and see if I can find, hold on, what was it? It wasn't, pilot disc. It was, yeah, it's the Policenauts pilot disc. It's gotta be somewhere. I doubt that was translated. But I imagine it's just like what it's saying here. Artwork, designs, behind the scene features, and interviews, which makes it sound like it's probably video. Yeah, I'll see if I can track that down here. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to make it kind of a shorter stream today because I didn't want to I didn't want another like 6+ hour stream because I did want to go for the guide too after I finish the game, and then hopefully hear this pilot disc if I can find it. So we'll wrap it up on Saturday, and then I got a second Christmas thing going on Sunday. But New Year's Eve should be able to get around to King's Quest VI, which is, I think that's my favorite King's Quest. It's really solid. Anyway, that wraps it up for me for today. As always, appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will see you all on the weekend. All right, bye.